To break down tonight with Washington Times legal affairs reporter attorney Alex Sawyer and former chief nominations counsel for the Senate Judiciary Committee, Mike Davis. Welcome back to both of you.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, Shannon.
All right, I want to start with the mask mandate, by the way. So here's what we find is that the CDC says it is CDC's continuing assessment that at this time an order requiring masking in the indoor transportation corridor remains necessary for the public health. Goes on to say CDC believes this is a lawful order well within CDC's legal authority to protect public health. So, Mike, the DOJ, the Justice Department, the Biden administration is going to appeal to try to get that mask mandate reinstated for planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah, I think it's a bad political and a bad legal decision on behalf that the Biden Justice Department and CDC are pursuing here. Judge Meisel's decision down in Tampa, Florida, is a very strong decision. She ruled that the Biden CDC did not have statutory authority to issue this mask mandate. And even if the Biden CDC did have this authority, Judge Meisel ruled that they didn't follow the Administrative Procedures Act. What the Biden Justice Department and CDC is going to do is they're going to get a bad ruling at the 11th Circuit, at the circuit level, and that's going to be it's going to be very bad. And I will note, if this is so important to public health, why aren't they seeking an emergency stay right now of Judge Meisel's order? This is going to take months for this appellate decision to be issued by the 11th Circuit, and so it doesn't make sense.
It does seem a little bit strange that they're not asking for this stay, knowing that this was supposed to expire in a few days anyway at the beginning of May. Here's what the Wall Street Journal says to your point, Mike. They say an appeal that fails could carry risks, potentially making it more difficult for the administration to reimpose mask-wearing requirements if the nation is struck with another significant wave of COVID-19 infections and deaths. So, Alex, what do you make of the Biden administration's decision to move forward with this?
I think it signals that they're looking for to extend the mask mandate even beyond the May 3rd deadline that it was supposed to lapse. I also think it does look political. To Mike's point, of course, this announcement comes on the same day that we have polling from the Associated Press that the majority of Americans want the mask mandate to remain in place for public transportation. And also, the 11th Circuit is a conservative court. And beyond that, of course, we have the Supreme Court, and they've been critical of the CDC already with the evictions moratorium. So I think the Biden administration does have an uphill battle.
So, Mike, I want to ask you a question. You mentioned Judge Meisel, and the critics have immediately said she's too young, she's unqualified, she was a Trump appointee, and they're upset about the nationwide injunction, the thing that makes this the case, the mask mandate thrown out for the entire country. But as you and I well know, and Alex does as well, nationwide injunctions were very popular with the left when President Trump was in office, and they wanted to shut down all of his policies, dozens of them that I can remember.
Yeah, so Judge Meisel clerked on the very court on which she now serves. She clerked for Judge Pryor on the 11th Circuit, the court that oversees the court on which she now serves. She clerked for Judge Katsas on the D.C. Circuit, the court that oversees the administrative state, and she clerked for Justice Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court, the court that oversees all courts. She's brilliant. And if you read her opinion, it's a brilliant opinion. It's 57 pages or whatever it is. It's very well reasoned. And nationwide injunctions, that's the remedy we currently have, like you said, Shannon, because many left-wing judges issued nationwide injunctions up until this point. If they want to get rid of nationwide injunctions, let's start doing that going forward. But that she's just following the law in this case.
Yeah, and we'll see on appeal what the 11th Circuit and potentially the Supreme Court think about the decision by this judge in Florida. I want to turn to the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial today. We got a little bit to play from some of what we heard in the courtroom today.
It could begin with a slap. It could begin with a shove. It could begin with, throwing a TV remote at my head. It could be throwing a glass of wine in my face. She was banging on the doors and screaming obscenities and wanting to have a physical altercation.
All right, so Alex, he was on the stand today. He's pointing the finger at her, but he kept a very calm demeanor, whether, this is acting, whether it's coaching, whether it's, just the way that he actually is. He was pretty methodical in his testimony today, but she will have her chance on the stand too. And of course, she and her team say he was the aggressor, she was the victim. What are we to make of this Hollywood trial?
Yeah, I do agree with you. I think that he did a good job when he was being questioned by his attorney. I did wonder why her attorneys weren't objecting more to relevancy when he was talking about her drug use and her alcohol use. I kept thinking this is a defamation trial. It seems a little bit more like character assassination. At the same time, I think we need to wait and see what evidence she does bring. We have to remember in 2016, she was able to get a domestic violence temporary restraining order against him. And at the same time, her attorneys did have a little bit of cross late this afternoon, and I thought they did a relatively good job. They brought up that there was an article prior to her op-ed at issue suggesting that his role in I think it was Captain Sparrow was going to be diminished, and that was out, I think it was the Daily Mail story 2 months or so prior to her op-ed, which goes to the heart of him saying that, the op-ed resulted in him losing that role. So, I think that they did start a good job. We'll have to see what tomorrow brings.
We will, and we are out of time. Mike, I know you're devastated not to weigh in on the celebrity trial, but we'll have you both back soon. Thank you both very much.
Thanks, Shannon.